everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here just in time. I do apologise, but I'm eating cheese strings at the moment. So, yeah. Hello everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. And there's been a goal at the Riverside. It's Middlesbrough 1, QPR 0. The latest score, obviously, just this game tonight kicking off at 8. The rest at 7:45 kickoff. Ike Piezu has scored. And just before I went live, it has been announced Ramsdale to Arsenal is on. They've agreed to pay 24 million. It is expensive, you're right. Very expensive. West Brom's kit is really nice, you know. It's a nice kit. Sheffield United, yet to score. And welcome to Sleepy Trojan 2, Pro Woody 1 and Chloe Nicole 27. Welcome to the building. Your support is appreciated right there. Now there is some things that we'd like to say. Tigers will be here as well shortly as well, which is all good. But yeah, that is expensive, T. Very expensive for a goalkeeper that's been relegated twice in the last 2 seasons. Very, very dear indeed. Just sharing the stream about. Get some more viewers down and in. Oh, it won't count. Robinson's offside. That could have been a goal within 90 seconds. A long throw-in from the right. And yeah, he is offside, in all fairness. Sheffield United don't look very good in this opening exchanges. Oh, that's a poor ball. It was a good ball, but then the ball after it was a bit bad. Gutted about Sean Locke. Yeah, sad news. Very sad news. Good play though, Callum Robinson, isn't he? I think there's a lot of people gutted about Sean Locke. We will have a look at half time at the other scores as well. So far it's Middlesbrough 1, QPR 0. That's the only goal scored in the Championship so far. Celtic are winning 1-0 against AZ Alkmaar in the Europa League playoffs. In the Champions League, it's currently Benfica 0, PSV Eindhoven 0, Malmo 0, Ludogorets 0, and Young Boys 0, Ferencvárosi 0. There they are. Oh no, there's been a goal in the Lowland League, but that's too low to even consider getting down into that. Just gonna sort this out quick. Oh, Sheffield United there now, they're getting cheeky bit involved. But your support on the channel is greatly appreciated. There's going to be a few streams. It might even be a very late night Saturday one, depending on what time I get back from Donington Park. As West Brom almost. West Brom are looking up for this. West Brom are looking really good. I do like that West Brom shirt though. But there's the teams. You're not just seeing, let's have a look. Oh yeah, you can. Oh, that's cool. I think I've done a good job there. Darnell Furlong, good player, good right back. Very good right back. I forgot the microphone had been muted. Right, here we go. Oh, good interception. Ardy! Welcome to the stream, my man. Hope you're well. Hope you're okay. Very interesting game this, obviously, with both teams being relegated out of the Premier League and Sheffield United not starting the season very well. The only team in the Championship not to score. They are. We are going to have a look at the Carabao Cup games for telly because I'd like to do that one all the way to the final. Just something a little bit different. Obviously, we will do a few Premier League games, but I'm looking at doing a few foreign league games as well. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that anyway. But welcome, Ardy. Thanks for your support. Wait, what you got planned for tonight then, mate? Stream never nearly happened. Couldn't get Streamlabs working. Oof. That was unlucky. Right, it's Sheffield United then. Very late call there by the referee. I need to find someone that's been watching the footy, especially Man City, on Sunday. Yeah, I was going to try that, but we've ended up with West Brom, Sheffield United instead. I'm sure when the Champions League proper starts, we'll do some watch-alongs of the Champions League for definite. But I would like to do like the Europa League as well. You joining? What am I joining? Hey? Joining what? Hang on a minute. My Discord on the laptop's not working properly. 1 minute. The old laptop's not working properly. What is going on here? Can't click that. Discordio? Yeah, 1 minute. For some reason Discord doesn't load up properly. You've got to fuck about with this. Worry not. Have you got the game on, taggers? Yes, thank you everyone that is watching so far. We do have our own Discordio. Yeah. Ah, here we go. Oh, it's not responding. No. Oh, okay. Um, just 1 second. I don't know what's going on with it. I thought it was already on. To be fair, the laptop doesn't really get turned off. But can't you join that chat thing that I had on? Where's the building? Right, hang on. 1 minute. There we go. Hello? Ah, there we go. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
There we go.
All right.
There we go. I don't know what's happened with Discord. For some reason, when you turn it off, it don't keep your winners. Oh, that was lucky. Oh dear. Ramsdale's off to Arsenal.
Who?
24 million.
Well, they were after 30 million for him, weren't they?
Yeah. Well, they've agreed 24 million for him. He got announced. Sheffield United's got that Verrips in goal. And
Yes.
apparently Sky Sports News broke it literally 2 minutes before kickoff.
See, Mr. Harry Kane's not in the squad for tomorrow night for their Spurs' Europa League qualifier.
Yeah, well, if you're watching this on YouTube, obviously it's a little bit delayed from when we actually watch it live because it'll be going on YouTube the day after the match. Like, this will be on YouTube tomorrow. But if anyone watched Man City, they played like they needed Harry Kane. It's like they've changed their way they play to suit Harry Kane, thinking that the deal's already in the bag.
Yes.
I've never seen Man City whip so many crosses in. But obviously, Ferran Torres ain't going to be on the end of him because he's not the best header of the ball.
Not. Well, he was originally a winger when they signed him, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, that's... I don't know. They'd rather start a winger / striker than Gabriel Jesus. If they started Jesus, they might have won.
Yeah.
But
I don't know why they don't play him more than what they are.
yeah, especially now they haven't got Aguero either. I can't believe they'd let him go away on a free.
Yeah. See, the papers were making up rumours again, weren't they?
About
Aubameyang.
who?
Aubameyang of Arsenal,
Oh yeah,
saying that Barcelona was wanting to sign him.
yeah, but people in the league are banned from signing players at the minute, aren't they?
Yeah.
But we're watching this because obviously both teams got relegated last season. Do you reckon any of these teams that we're watching now will go straight back up? Oh, hang on. Oh no, he's offside again. It could be 2-0. Robinson could have had 2 goals. But they've both been disallowed. But can you see any of the teams that got relegated from the Premier League going straight back up?
West Brom seems to do really well in the Championship. Something like the lowest they finished since 2001 is being 6th in the Championship.
Yeah, they're very much a yo-yo team, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're like the Bolton Wanderers of the 90s. They're up, down more times than a bloody yo-yo.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
But if they haven't got, like, they've got the fan base. This is what I don't understand. Bournemouth did so well in the Premier League with their little fan base, the smallest ever ground in the Premier League, defied
Because
all expectations.
there was talk at one point that they weren't going to be allowed into the Premier League because of their ground size.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They got allowed in. The wowed the neutrals for season upon season. Even when they went down, they scored goals. There was who played last night? Fulham. Fulham and Millwall, I think, wasn't it?
Yes.
Millwall and Fulham. Now Fulham have exactly the same strike force in the Premier League. Fulham couldn't score in the Premier League, but they're knocking goals in for fun in the Championship.
Well, they weren't. If it was they weren't playing starting Mitrovic, were they?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But
Scott
Carvalho
Parker didn't like
scored
him.
a wonder goal last night. There was 2-0
Yeah.
up after 6 minutes. But if no one's seen the Carvalho goal yet, go see it because it's a beauty.
Of course, Fulham's got the parachute payments, haven't they?
Yeah, but how many times can they get them? Because they're up and down the Premier League like a God knows what as well. Bit like Norwich.
Uh, parachute payments last for 4 seasons, so I think it's you get 50% of the money in the first season, then you get 25% of the money in the second season, and then the third and the fourth season you get 12.5%.
Yeah, but what about if you do with Norwich? Because Norwich have won the Championship in 2 of the last 3 seasons. And the only season they
I
didn't win
think
it was when they got
I
relegated
think
out of the
I
Premier League.
think if you do get promoted, it then cancels your parachute payments.
Oh, so they have to stay in the Championship for 4 seasons.
50% of your total value of the parachute payments in that first season.
Well, fair enough. How was the game last night for you? Was it nail biting as Soccer Saturday made it out to be?
What, on Saturday or last night, Duke? Sorry.
No, last night
Uh,
when you drew.
the linesman was a bottle job.
Oh, yeah, because it was strange because um, they went to him and he was like, "Yeah, it's 1-0." Oh, hang on, it's not. I don't know why. Because literally on the scoreboard thing at the bottom, it said Plymouth 1, Cambridge 0. That Jepcot or however you say it. And then
Jetcop, yeah.
literally, not even seconds later, it was 0-0 again.
Yeah.
But no one seemed to know,
Well, I'll
even the
tell you what
reporter there
happened.
didn't seem to know what was happening.
I'll tell you what happened was we scored a goal and Jetcop was offside, scored. The linesman and the referee both gave it as a goal.
Yeah.
Uh, he celebrated and into our own half, ready for kick-off. The linesman and the referee moved up the pitch ready for kick-off. Then the Cambridge players started surrounding the linesman, and about a minute and a half after we scored the goal, the linesman went after being surrounded by the Cambridge players.
Oh my god. I think, right, obviously being a referee, well, I don't know because I haven't really been a referee, only when I coached junior teams way back when. Um, and even that was hard. But when referees are trying to get not a name for themselves, but a likable thing of the profession, so people keep wanting to be referees. The last thing a young person wants to see, who goes, actually, I'll be a ref. You know, you can progress quite high, quite handsome money. Oh, wait a minute, that linesman
But
there's just bottle jobbed it, so maybe when I get there, I'll do the same thing. I I think a lot needs to be done for the referees in regards to
It's
how they
hang on.
perceive things as well. What was you saying? It broke up a little bit then.
Yeah, but it's but if you give it, you don't go back. Oh, sorry. But if you give it, you don't go back a month later to change.
Oh no, you shouldn't. I know exactly what you mean. You shouldn't go back on the decision that you've
Hello,
given. Oh, hang
you
on.
there, Stu?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh, West Brom's got the ball. Hang on a minute. They're on the edge of the box. It's chipped it in. It's headed sideways. And Verrips there with a little ballerina jump
Yeah.
collects the ball. Well, the Grimsby Town game is off.
Plus,
Hello? The line's not very good. Hang on. Can you hear me now? All right, we've got a follower. Grimsby War Games has followed. They're in the building. Welcome to the building. Welcome. Oh, hang on, West Brom's in again. You still there, Taggers? And it's a corner ball. Taggers? Where you go? Hello? Don't know what them noises are, folks. Okay. We're only 45 people away from a gifted sub people as well. I don't know where Taggers has gone. You still there, mate? Taggers? Oh, it's pinged in. Oh, nearly. The referee's a bit whistle happy tonight. I don't know where Taggers has gone. Taggers, can you hear me? This is the only problem doing it live. It's we can't edit out the bits that go wrong. Yeah. So this will be on here tomorrow. You can come and join this as well. And you can also do this if you really want to. You can donate. Hi Stu, it's Jace here. My dart throwing hasn't got better, has not played any. Oh. But there's no league happening because oh, it's a goal! There's a goal. West Brom has scored. West Bromwich Albion 1, Sheffield United 0. So this is what happens when it's live. Hang on, guys. Just need to change the score. Clark with a goal for West Brom. It's another long throw. Sheffield United can't deal with them. And just a little cheeky backwards header. And it goes into the bottom corner. Verrips, no chance. 1-0 West Brom. I don't know where Taggers has gone. The Grimsby Town match is off because of COVID. So there won't be any watch along with that now, which is a shame. That would have been nice to do. Hometown team and all that. Let me just check this. There might be another watch along over the weekend as well. We'll see what happens. Oh, he's missed! How's he missed that? Wow, he's missed. Taggers has gone, but we don't know where. So let's try and find him. Where you gone? Alright, and if you want to follow Taggers, Jace, then you can. He is here. Go give him a follow as well. We'll just find out what's happening. Yeah, that's probably because it's on a laptop, to be fair. And I'd have to get here just for people to hear me. But and if I'm too close and I can't see what's actually happening, because I have to go like that. There's a free kick on the halfway line for Sheffield United. I am liking the West Brom kit. If anyone wants to donate the new West Brom kit, then do feel free, because yeah, it's quite nice, to be fair. How McGoldrick misses this is a perfect through ball, and it's the reason why Sheffield United haven't scored yet this season, because they're rubbish at shooting. That's why. I really don't know where Taggers has gone. I'm really confused. He was here and then he wasn't. Oh, there's a bit of fisticuffs. McGoldrick. And is that Jake Livermore? McGoldrick and Livermore there with a bit of. Was it Livermore? No, it's Furlong. He just has his finger up like that, pokes him. Pokes him in the chin and gets a yellow card. You can't raise your hands like that. Whether it's a poke in the chin or a punch, it's gonna warrant a caution. There is going to be a little tribute at the end to Mr. Sean Locke. Well, we're just going to say a few words about him. But I was very shocked at the news that I found out this morning. Tagger's internet has gone down. He will be back shortly. So at the minute, you're going to have to put up with me just chatting bollocks, really. Right, here's Sheffield United then on the ball now. One of the centre-backs pings it in. Heads it down. Blocked. It was a good block there from the West Bromwich defender. There's Robinson. It could be 3-0, guys. Could be 3-0, but it's not. It's 1-0. Now there's a head injury in the middle of the pitch. And Sharp's sitting down. But there will be some streams tomorrow as well. Not watch-alongs though. We'll play some games. We'll play some games tomorrow, guys. We shall. Can you see the team sheets very well, Grimsby War Games? Can you see who is playing? Or do I need to make that a little bit bigger? I made all this layout myself, so yeah, very, very good of me. And while everybody does watch along to the big games, we're going to do the small ones as well. You know, something a little bit different for the good people of Twitch and football world out there to see. Last Wednesday we did do a watch along of Leyton Orient versus QPR when QPR beat Leyton Orient in the Carabao Cup on penalties. I'm going to have a look at the fixtures soon. Right, so it's half time anyway in the EFL 7:45 games. Yeah, anyway, as I was saying before, I got a little bit waylaid that there has been goals. Not many goals. Benfica are 1-0 up against PSV. Malmo are 1-0 up against Ludogorets. Young Boys 1, Varossi 1. It's Celtic 1, AZ Alkmaar 0. And then in the Championship, Birmingham, Bournemouth, Hull Derby and Nottingham Forest Blackburn all 0-0. Middlesbrough 1, QPR 0. And this game, obviously, West Brom 1, Sheffield United 0. Sheffield United with all the possession as well, which is, you know, when you have all the possession and you can't turn it into goals, troubles are brewing. Trouble is a brewing. Yeah. As Sheffield United now can break out from the back with one of the centre backs. Sharp loses the ball out. Straight through to Sam Johnston it goes. Plays it back to Sam Johnston, the West Brom midfielder, Jake Livermore. Oh, it's a good header. Robinson's running onto this. It wasn't Robinson, it was Grady Diangana, the former West Ham man, trying to run onto it, but instead he gets shoulder barged out. Yep, goal kick. You've guessed it. It's a goal kick. Goal kick then for Sheffield United. Verips in goal tonight, because if you have just joined us, Ramsdale to Arsenal has been agreed. A fee has been agreed of £24 million. Is Ramsdale worth it though? Is Aaron Ramsdale worth 24 million? Oh, I don't know. It's a bit weird. His track record in the Premier League isn't very good. He's had 2 seasons and both teams have been relegated. He was at Bournemouth when they went down, and Sheffield United last season when they went down as well. Hello?
Oh.
Oh, you're back.
Yes.
Oh, hey. We was just going on about Ramsdale. 24 million Arsenal are going to be paying for him. Is it a bit much, seeing as though the last 2 seasons he's played in the Premier League has been relegated?
Yeah. Well, like, what was it? Sheffield Wednesday originally sold him for, what, 1.5 million or something, didn't they?
Where's he from?
He was at not Sheffield Wednesday, Sheffield United had him originally, and then they sold him to Bournemouth when he was like 18 or something for 1.5 million.
Bloody
Then
hell.
yeah, and ended up signing him back for 20 million or whatever it was.
And he's had 2 seasons in the Premier League where he's been the goalkeeper, and both teams have been relegated. Not just one team, 2 teams. 2 teams he's played for in the Premier League, and they're both in the Championship right now. And now he's off to Arsenal. Arsenal fans, I'd be very worried. Because you didn't look very good on Friday. You looked abysmal. And if Arsenal fans want to lambast us on Facebook, not Facebook, YouTube, when it's live in the morning, tomorrow morning, then so be it. I think Arsenal will struggle again this season, though, looking after how they played on Friday. In fact, we're going to do a poll. We're going to do a poll. No, we're not, because I'm on Streamlabs. And I don't know how you do it.
I've just had a look on Sky Sports article on it.
Yeah.
And it said it's an initial £24 million fee if it with an extra £6 million in add-ons, so potentially £30 million.
That's crazy, because it's one of the most... I wouldn't say it's not shocking, because the guy must have some ability, but the fees and where he's going, it doesn't add up. Bernd Leno last season had a mediocre season by Arsenal standards. Like, I'm sure any Arsenal fan out there would agree, Bernd Leno's no layman, he's no seaman, and I can't even think of the goalkeeper that he replaced. Who was it?
It was Petr Cech, wasn't it?
Yeah. And even he, when he came in from Chelsea, he did the business for Arsenal. The saves he made.
Just come the end, he was past his best, wasn't he, Cech?
Well, yeah, what is it? He must be about 40 now.
Yeah. He's working back at Chelsea now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's one of the proper reserve goalies, isn't he, if there's a massive injury crisis. But, yeah, this is what I was going to ask you, Taggers. And this is not just because Grimsby got relegated out of the Football League. And anybody else can have their say as well in the chat, in the YouTube comments when it comes up. Was it fair, bearing in mind, right, the National League North and South divisions got curtailed, like voided. So nobody come up and nobody went down. In the EFL, when the season was happening, you had teams going up and down, which is fair enough. It's fair enough. But in that time when Boris Johnson said, right, these are the people going into Tier 2. These are the people in Tier 1. These are the people in Tier 3. For them two months or so, the teams that was in Tier 2 and Tier 1 had an advantage on most of the country, because they was allowed a certain amount of fans in, but no away fans. So how is that fair that the knock-on effect starts from the Premier League? Because I wouldn't have relegated anybody last season. I wouldn't have relegated a single team because of the logistics of some people were allowed fans, some people wasn't allowed fans. when you was at home and you wasn't allowed fans, you could have been away the next week and there'd be 2,000-3,000 fans there for the home team. Should promotion and relegation actually happen, or should they have just waited until a full season throughout the whole of the football pyramid could have got played? I don't know what's happened, do you? Are you still there, taggers? There's, yeah. He is there, but nobody can hear him. Just a load of white noise there. McGoldrick's in, and Mr. Sitter has fell over. He's fell over in the box.
Happened.
West Brom players have their hands up. I don't know what for. Are you back?
Because...
Hello? Okay, we've kind of lost taggers again. There's been a goal in the Champions League. It's Young Boys 2, Ferenc Varossi TC 1. And Benfica are 2-0 up against PSV. PSV, not in the Champions League. Unsure what's happened to taggers at the moment. Oh! Hello? Whips it in. Come back out. He's running out wide. Is he going to run it out? No, he's not. He's going to... He stays down. Stays down off the pitch by the advertising boards. Right, here we go then. Sheffield United with a corner. Pings it in. And I don't know where that had gone. So that was a corner in all fairness, but no, it's going to be a goal kick. We seem to have lost taggers again. His signal has gone down. It's going to be half time any second now. Any second now, it's going to be half time. It's half time now. It's West Brom 1, Sheffield United 0. Half time here in the Championship. 1-0 to West Brom. Sheffield United have played two and a bit games and they're still yet to score. Can they score in the second half? Let's get a little prediction out there, see if they will. Hey there, taggers. Can you hear me? Right, guys, we'll be back very shortly for the second half. Stay around here on SCTTV.
Nope.
What? Right, it seems like we're back because we've got taggers back with us. Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello.
Oh, you are there.
Yeah.
Ah, fair dues. I wonder where you've gone.
I'm here.
Yeah, I was talking to you and it just sounded like white noise when you spoke.
Did it?
Yeah. It's 1-0 at half time. Can you see Sheffield United actually scoring a goal? Do you reckon we should put a prediction on the site? Will Sheffield United score in the second half?
Yes.
Right. Are you doing it or shall I?
You can do it.
Right, hang on.
I've not got it open.
Start a prediction. Don't know who's watching, but there we go. Will Sheffield United score their first goal of the season? Oh, will Sheff. Oh, hang on, Taggers, 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to sort this out. Will Sheffield United score in the second half? Yes. And no. No problem. Right, we'll have this on for 5 minutes. Because then the second half should have started. Right, there we go. Right, how many are you done?
3.
Oh, bloody hell. I'm not shouting it out, but. Oh. There we go. Right, guys, we're having a commercial break. Kind of. We'll be back in a moment.
Europa League qualifier.
There we go, we're back. And it's come to light that Harry Kane's not in the squad again for Tottenham Hotspur on, is it Thursday they play, Taggers?
Yeah, Thursday night.
So tomorrow night, Harry Kane's not playing once more. Do you even think they'll get rid of him, though?
It's exactly the same with Gareth Bale, wasn't it? When he wanted to go Braille, they weren't. They weren't. Um, they weren't playing him and waited till pretty much the end of the transfer window to actually sell him.
Do you think if, say, supporting Grimsby all we ever gets free transfers, so I'm not sure how it works. But towards the end of the transfer window, is that when players are premium value?
I suppose you get more clubs which are panicked by, like Liverpool with Andy Carroll transfer deadline day.
Yeah, but I'll back Andy Carroll up here, and I don't usually do that. But if Liverpool changed the way they played for an Andy Carroll style, which is easily done, Andy Carroll would have been a big success. And T, here's your drink. Like, you can't expect to sign someone as big as Andy Carroll, you know. What is he, 6'4", 6'5", something like that?
Yeah.
He's a man mountain, and I was expecting him to run with it along the floor. Which is not his style of play, shall we say. The half-time scores are in.
Style plays on the series bench, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it could be there. Oh my God, there's been some goals. Birmingham 0, Bournemouth 0. There's been no goals in that one though. Hull 0. Derby County fans can rejoice because Sam Baldock's just scored for him in the 57th minute to make it 1-0 to them after they signed him and Phil Jagielka's still playing at the ripe old age of 39. QPR scored 2 quick-fire goals and had Moses Odebajo sent off as well in the middle of them. Howson with an own goal on 48. Odebajo sent off after 50. Lyndon Dykes, 56th minute, 2-1 now to Queen's Park Rangers. And Forest are struggling this season. They could have played 3, lost 3 by the end of today, and they're losing right now because Daniel Ayala has scored for Blackburn Rovers. Do you think they're a Premier League team in the making, Blackburn again? Or do you think they're just Championship at best now?
Well, they've sold their best player of the last 2 seasons, haven't they? Just now. But sort of depends on how they do with a replacement for him.
Well, at the minute they've got Tyrese Dolan up front. I've never heard of him. Barretton's not even in the squad. Oh, yes, he is. He's changed his name to Ben Barretton Diaz. They have some good players though, Blackburn. And they're doing things the right way. Not quite sure on the bench. I haven't really heard of the bench, but John Buckley, Joe Rothwell, Sam Gallagher, he's in there, Daniel Ayala, Darryl Lenihan, Thomas Kaminsky. He's in goal for them these days. But the bench, I'm guessing the Blackburn first 11 is going to be their first 11 for the season, looking at this.
Yeah.
But the bench, I ain't got a clue who they are. You know, first they've got Tyler Maguire, Jacob Davenport, Daniel Butterworth, Dan Pike, Harry Chapman, Jordan Eastman, and Leighton Clarkson. But they have a good manager in Tony Mowbray.
Yeah.
But just imagine, Forest, no points after 3 games. That's not very good. Birmingham 0, Bournemouth 0 then. Let's have a look at the Birmingham teams. Obviously, Owen Nyland's just signed for Bournemouth as well. I was on the bench today, going in with Mark Travers for the number 1 jersey there. Do you think he'd do all right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he will.
He didn't really play though for Villa and Norwich, did he? I think that's what lets him down. Like with Ramsdale, obviously he played a lot for Bournemouth towards the end, but during the season he didn't really play that much. He didn't really get going. Oh, it's in! There's a goal! There's a goal. It's Dara O'Shea. It's West Bromwich Albion 2. Sheffield United 0. There has been a goal, but it's not for the prediction. Apparently T wanted to predict, but it didn't come up on a screen. Dara O'Shea has made it 2-0 to the host. Is that the game done now, do you reckon, with Sheffield United's woeful form?
Yes, I think it is. What about you?
Well, they only won a handful of games last year. They're struggling this season. There hasn't really been that much. Oh, it's awful defending. It is really, really poor defending. Verrett, I don't know what he was doing with the ball. It was more like a circus act he was doing with the ball just there. Started juggling it around a little bit and then just passed it to Dara O'Shea, just tapped it into the net. Sheffield United are 2-0 down and they haven't scored a goal yet this season in the league. That is not very good. If you're a Sheffield United fan, from how they're playing tonight, it's just lumped it forward. What is that in aid of? Oh, there's been a foul. I mean, obviously, I don't know if you read about the McGoldrick thing in the first half. I don't know if that's when your internet went down. McGoldrick missed an absolute sitter in the first half, and that's half their problem. They literally can't score. As West Brom come forward again, it it's not a penalty. That is, the West Brom fans are appealing for a penalty. I wouldn't give that. They've got the ball again. It's back to Verrett. Verrett looks really shaky.
Yeah.
You can tell that's why he's been the sub goalie. If I was Sheffield United and selling Ramsdale, I wouldn't. If I was a back four, I'd be praying that the Sheffield United manager gets a new goalkeeper after that. The second goal is comical defending. It is comical. Oh, it's sad to see because in the first season in the Premier League, Sheffield United were awesome. There was a joy to watch, even just on Match of the Day. You could tell that during the game they'd be playing free-flowing, entertaining football, and now it's just a shambles. Can you see? This is another thing as well that I wanted to touch upon. Obviously, Sam Johnston was in the England team for the Euros. Obviously, he didn't play, but he was in the squad. Do you think our Southgate and England managers in the future need to look at the Championship for players rather than just the Premier League?
Depends what the current standard in the Premier League is. We have had players in the Championship, played in the Championship, which have gone on to play in the Premier League, but not that often. I think Scott Parker and Calvin Phillips were the last two.
Well, apart from Calvin Phillips, Scott Parker must have been a while ago. West Brom come forward again.
Yeah.
It's a great tackle though there by Basham. I think that was Basham. It's a bit hard to see when the camera angle's a bit weird at the minute.
Saying about looking into the championship, what Chris Smalling, his first season in Italy, he had a very good season out there, and he was regarded as one of the best centre backs in the league. And then Morey went out there in January, and he was regarded as one of the best centre backs in the league out there. But both of them didn't get any call ups to England.
Yeah, Tomorrow signed for AC Milan permanently now as well, only for like
Yeah,
30 million.
yeah.
I
But
was
it seems
shocked when he
strange
didn't
that
get
they
in.
they've both gone out to the Italian league and become one of the best players in that league in their position, and Southgate hasn't even considered them.
Yeah. Well, do you think Tammy Abraham's now not in Gareth Southgate's radar playing out in Roma? £35 million Roma's paid
So
for him.
we'll have to wait and see.
But it doesn't look good when I know from I wasn't great at football. I was never going to make it to the big time, you know. But if I was, and I did, and the opportunity came, do you think? Obviously, you know, people want to go and play for Man U, Man City, the big clubs in Europe. Do you think some of the I know West Brom are in again? It's 3-0. It's an absolute resounding scoreline so far. Number 27 scored for him. The only problem is I don't know who it was because he ran away that quick. Moat has scored, and it's now 3-0 to West Brom. And West Brom could be going joint top of the league with Fulham and Stoke tonight with 7 points. Do you think when you're a younger player now, we've seen a few people go over into Holland, mainly from Man City and Chelsea. Do you think sometimes that obviously we've made it
And
made
it's a
European
third goal for
final?
West Brom.
What was that? Sorry,
And it's a third goal for West Brom.
it is. It's a Moat with
Alex.
the defending here. If anybody watches this on the highlights, it's an absolute shambles from Sheffield United. And already, if I was a Sheffield United fan, I'll be thinking this is one long ass season. This is going to be terrible. We said earlier in the episode, just can you see any of the top two being from the teams relegated from the Premier League? I can tell you this now, it's not going to be Sheffield United anywhere near the top two, let alone the playoffs. They're struggling. They're a shambles at the
Oh,
moment.
if you go back and remember when they did get promoted, no one was expecting them to get promoted.
That is very true. But now I can't see them getting promoted at all. They're defending from, and they've got a back four as well. They're playing a four. It's a 4-5-1, but it could go into a 4-3-3 if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, West Brom has already had 2 goals disallowed as well, which were rightly for offside. And it's still going to be trouble when they're bringing off Grady Dean Garner and bringing on Matt Phillips. West Brom now.
He's Matt Phillips, he's ex West Brom, isn't he?
He plays he's at West Brom.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said Sheffield United's
No,
ringing him
Grady
on.
Dean Garner. He's had a great game for West Brom. The former West Ham man. Matt Phillips is on now. And oh, hang on, there's a sub for Sheffield United as well. It's someone and someone. We'll find out
It's
in a
good.
minute. Yeah, I couldn't see the numbers on the short, so I couldn't go off the starting 11
It's,
thing on on the screen. But you know, this game could easily be telephone numbers for West Brom. Sheffield United had that chance in the first half. They've done nothing. They've done absolutely nothing. They're having all the possession, but it's sideways passes all the time. It bodes in well with what he said last Wednesday as well. Look at last Wednesday when QPR had all that possession, and they did nothing with it in the second half and ended up conceding. Sheffield United have had all the possession in the first half and done literally nothing with it. Number 9's coming on. I think that's Ollie McBurney. McBurney's on from McGoldrick, who's had an absolute shithousery of a game. And Burke's come on for Billy Sharp, who, well, I didn't even realise Billy Sharp was playing, put it that way. He hasn't done anything tonight with the ball. And I get Sheffield United who are having a bit of a transition period with a new manager, with, you know, getting used to a new league, and I can't think of anyone Sheffield United signed. Can you?
No, I can't. Go have a look. So, transfers in. They have signed a grand total of 0 players on transfers, and they've loaned in 1 player, which is Ben Davies from Liverpool.
And he's on the bench tonight.
Yep.
He is starting on
So
the bench.
that's the only signings they've made.
Right. Okay. So go back. This is key. This go back one season for when Sheffield United signed Ryan Brewster. Let us know how much they paid for him then.
26 million, I think.
26 million. It's just come up.
Something like
He's
that.
had 29 games. 29 games that Ryan Brewster's played for the Blades. 0 goals. He hasn't even scored for him yet. And he was billed
On
as the
the
next big thing at Liverpool.
yeah, on the 2nd of October 2020, Sheffield United announced the signing of Brewster from Liverpool on a 5-year contract for a reported fee of around 23.5 million. The deal includes a
It's
buyback
4.
clause of
There's another goal. Hang on. It's 4-0 now. Robinson's got his goal. Absolute shocking defending again from the Blades. The Sheffield United fans must have been wondering why they paid the money to go and watch this, because this is absolute shithousery. It is crap from Sheffield United. And I'm not even a Sheffield United fan, but I feel sorry for them, because obviously Grimsby Town fans went through this last season. It is a shambles at the back. And it's people that was playing in the Premier League. The goalie's got his arms up, and there's 3 Sheffield United players around one West Brom guy, and the West Brom guy wins. 3 Sheffield United players and the goalkeeper, make that 4, and the West Brom guy wins the header, and Robinson's there to tap it home. It's rather easy. This could be 6-7-0 at best if Sheffield United don't get their act together. It's West Brom 4, Sheffield United 0. It's a bit more thrilling than the game we watched last week, eh? Where it was just possession. Verrick's with it now. If I feel sorry for Sheffield United fans. They had an absolute shit season last season in the Premier League. They're having a shit time of it now, and it doesn't look like it's going to get any better. It really, really doesn't. Jovanovic is the Sheffield United manager now, isn't he?
Yes.
Oh, fuck. Well, if they play like this, he won't be manager at Christmas. Someone can clip that, and we'll see if it comes true. If this carries on, that manager of Sheffield United, Jokanovic, or whatever he's called, will not be Sheffield United manager at Christmas. Get it clipped, get it in the channel. I'm going to put it on YouTube as well when it's been clipped. But the Sheffield United manager will be sacked by Christmas if this carries on. In fact, if it carries on, it probably won't even last the end of September. This is crap from Sheffield United point of view. And this is coming from a neutral as well who's watching the game. Fair enough, I'm watching the game on telly, but you get a good feeling for it. It's alright trying, but there's no reward of it. They're just passing it around. They're still going to give it a go though by the looks of it.
Yeah.
And there's a free kick. But it's alright giving it a go. But you need the rewards at the end of it. Anyway, as I was saying, obviously with England now reaching a major final, and all these young English players like Jude Bellingham, Jadon Sancho, going over to the Bundesliga. There's a few youngsters out in the Eredivisie League One, and wherever. Do you think it's about time that more young English players moved about the world a little bit more regarding the football so they can learn the different styles, they can tweak the game
I
to,
think they have. Think they have started, definitely.
yeah. But if you're a young player, say 20 years ago, 2001, 2002, and someone from, I don't know, say Frankfurt coming for you. Now, obviously, there probably wasn't a European team back then in the Europa League, the Champions League constantly. But if
Yeah.
you're a young player and you say, oh, some team from Germany wants me, nah, we'll give that a miss. But do you think if more young players had the right frame of mind then, England would have been even better for it now?
Don't, I don't think we would have won anything internationally.
No, but do you think we would have had a better chance and got a little bit further if the players had been abroad when they was youngsters learning different styles of play and tweaking the game a little bit to not just for the continental level, but if you've been on loan in, say, let's have a think now. So for argument's sake, if you're a 17, 18-year-old midfielder who's coming through the ranks at, I don't know, maybe someone like, we'll say Tottenham. You know, Tottenham have had a poor season. They're in the Europa Conference League playoffs. If you're a young midfielder at Tottenham and say a team in Bulgaria wanted you for the season, would you go?
I think the general census was you stayed in England at the time, but in terms of do I think we'd be more successful? No, I don't think we would have done because ultimately we've been let down by the managers. during that period of time.
Yeah, there's a lot about the club divide, wasn't there? That's been broadcast recently as well.
Well, well look at Paul Scholes, one of the best passers of the ball ever, and he basically any other country he would have had well over 100 caps, and I think he ended up with like 40 caps because we decided to stick him on the wing so we could have Frank Lampard and Steven Gerrard in midfield.
Yeah,
And then fast forward 10 years to 2012, you had Mr. Roy Hodgson with having 2012 or 2014. Um, he was having Harry Kane taking the corners.
yeah, yeah. I remember us losing to Iceland very well. We was on a staff night out at the time when it was on,
Yeah,
and I've never seen such a big cheer after the game when in the bottom it said Roy Hodgson has resigned.
yes,
Honestly, it was the biggest cheer of the night. It was even bigger than when England scored.
yeah.
But no,
Because
I think now,
when he got the job, Harry Redknapp was favourite to get the job,
yeah,
wasn't he?
yeah, yeah, and I think maybe it was good that Harry Redknapp didn't get it because I don't know. Whereas Roy Hodgson's been around and been here, there, and everywhere with his management jobs, Harry Redknapp's made himself a legend of the English game. And if things went wrong in that tournament, I reckon his demeanour would have been virtually nothing.
Don't forget, don't forget, had an England manager with 100% win rate.
Well, yeah, but would Sam Allardyce have kept that up?
No,
Exactly.
and people wouldn't have been happy with his style of football either.
Yeah. You can't win.
Because, well, can you imagine with the players we've currently got the likes of Jack Grealish, Jude Bellingham, Phil Foden, Saka, all those sort of players in the team at the moment, and us playing Group One football under Sam Allardyce.
Yeah. Yeah. It won't work. It would have been good for
Jack
Andy Carroll.
Grealish. Yes. Well, he's without a club at the moment, isn't he? He got released by Newcastle.
Yeah. There was rumours um, when it was either last season or the season before, and it was before Andy Carroll had signed a contract extension with Newcastle. I think he was out of contract, but he was in talks with them. There was also talks
Yeah.
he was going to be some kind of chairman slash player, something to do with Mike Ashley at Grimsby Town.
Yes. Uh, Mike Ashley can't own any of it unless if he actually no, you're National League, so Mike Ashley can own part of Grimsby or all of Grimsby, but if you got promoted to the League Two, he'd have to sell his share immediately.
We've already had new owners in the summer, so we know exactly what's happening uh, with regards to the club, which is good. It's just a shame that our game's been called off on Saturday because of fucking COVID in the Grimsby Town squad.
Yeah.
But alright, Harrogate Town have called their games off because of COVID. They've had positive tests. It's the only team in the EFL that have had positive COVID tests. Yeah, in the National League, there's been 3 clubs with it, and in the North and South, no games so far been called off because of COVID.
Yeah.
It's a very strange disease, and I think fans will be getting pissed off with the National League if they decide to curtail the season again because of COVID. Because it's already left the National League still at 23 teams. So basically, there's going to have to be a change in the North and the South playoffs, and they're going to have to promote. They're going to have to promote the National League North winners, the National League South winners of the playoffs, and then one of the losers from the playoff final, I reckon, into the National League next season
Yeah.
for next season, because the EFL won't have. Oh, it's a great save from Johnston. That's why he was in the England squad. Who was it with the header? It was John Egan with the header. It looked like Sheffield United were going to get the first goal of the season. Going in the bottom corner, Sam Johnson just leaped out from nowhere and made a terrific stop.
Right,
Do you
I'm
think
going
Sam
for a drink.
Johnston's future England #1?
I think Pickford's gonna be #1 for a long time,
I mean,
or
when
for as
Pickford
long
is no
as
more.
South. I don't. Some goalkeepers just seem to come out of nowhere, don't they? So it's hard to tell.
That's true. I'm the next England #1.
Because Pickford sort of came on the scene because Sunderland sold Mignolet and then couldn't be bothered to sign a replacement.
That's true. That is very, very true. Right, so
And
the latest
well,
scores so far.
look at Martinez of Aston Villa, regarded as one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League last season, and he played what, about 6 games at Arsenal over 3 years or something, didn't he?
Yeah, it was like the third or fourth choice, wasn't he? Over it.
Ah, here's a thing for you,
Go on then.
and as we were on about Ramsdale earlier.
Yeah.
So Arsenal signed Ramsdale for 24 million, potentially going up to 30 million.
Yeah.
Sold Martinez last summer for 20.
Oh. Not bad for 6 games or whatever it was that he played.
That's,
That's
but
quite some business.
but
Well played, Arsenal.
but out of the two, which one would you rather have? You'd rather have Martinez, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, because even in his 6 games or whatever it was for Arsenal, a handful of games. I'm saying 6. It wasn't many more than 20 during his time at Arsenal. But it's proved his worth at Aston Villa, and that is they made a shrewd signing because
Yeah.
even in his games that he did play for Arsenal throughout his years, he looked reliable. Even as a young kid,
Oh,
even
his
now.
last his last game was the cup final, wasn't it, for Arsenal? He was basically man of the match in that.
Yeah, yeah, that's very true. The latest scores so far in the
Uh,
7:45 then.
just
Uh,
grabbing a drink.
Birmingham 0, Bournemouth 2. It's Hull 0, Derby 1. Cracking game at the Riverside. Middlesbrough 2, QPR 3 is the latest score. And Blackburn are beating Forest by 2 goals to 1. I'm just going to go to the toilet. We'll be right back. I never thought I'd say this on the basis of tonight. What a save by Verips. That was fantastic. We'll go through the full times of the 7:45 shortly. Celtic are beating AZ Alkmaar 2-0 in the Europa League as Semi Ajayi comes on for Jake Livermore. Scored that famous goal. Was it against Man U or Liverpool last season? It was Liverpool, wasn't it? It was in Liverpool's barren run at home. Semi Ajayi is now on for West Brom and is still there. Good player. Benfica 2, PSV Eindhoven 1. Malmo 2, Ludogorets 0. Young Boys 3, Ferenc Varossi TC 1. Oh, the outstretched boot of Robinson. Whisker away from West Brom 5, Sheffield United 0 there. This is an abysmal game for Sheffield United fans and for the Sheffield United people. The hierarchy must be thinking, what have we done? Chris Wilder wouldn't have left him like this. Regardless whether he had a poor season in the Premier League, the pandemic didn't help. It proved to teams that which teams needed fans last season and which teams didn't. Although West Ham have started like a steam train. Great win on Sunday against Newcastle. We'll have to put West Ham in one of the watchalongs as well. Just because they look really good at the moment. Into the final 12 minutes of action then. Welcome back, T. Oh dear, not good. At least it's back on now though. Oh, Johnston there has just come racing out of his goal 25 yards. So, right, there's Sheffield United then on the ball now. Just playing it around the defence. There's a free kick. There's a free kick to Sheffield United. Final 10 minutes now then, guys, of this game. And, yeah. We'll just wait for Taggers to come back.
Hello.
There he is. You'll be very surprised. Sheffield United actually had the ball in the West Brom half this half. which hasn't happened very often. It's a free kick right on the edge of the pitch, probably about 12 to 16 yards. Another touchline, whips it in, headers it. Oh! McBurney's headed it over the crossbar. McBurney, he should have put that on target. It was basically unmarked. It was a late running in from one of the West Brom defenders. And there's a substitution now. And it's number 16. Clark is off. Matt Clark's off. Adam Reach is coming on. Now, there is a goal from Adam Reach on the YouTube channel from when he played for Sheffield Wednesday. And one of them was a belter. 230 games, 24 goals, and one of them's on my YouTube channel, which is right here. So, if you search for Adam Reach with a peach, it'll take you straight to Adam Reach's goal for Sheffield Wednesday versus Aston Villa. Whoa! So he likes playing in this part of the country. Can you see Villa staying up this season, taggers? Oh, more shocking defending from Sheffield United. Off he goes. And he's been tackled. It's the best tackle of the evening from the Sheffield United defence. Can you see Villa staying up again, taggers, now they've lost Grealish? Hello?
Hello.
Can you see Villa staying up now, even though they've lost Grealish?
So stay up.
They will.
Yeah.
They've invested quite well, to be fair.
Yeah.
They've put the money in. They've put the money where the mouth is, and it just shows what kind of owner Villa have got. Because not any other owner, but the majority of owners would have gone 100 million, right? 60 million of that's going in my back pocket. But they've already spent 50 million on Leon Bailey and Danny Ings.
Yes. Yeah.
If you fancy a bit of tennis, why? What's happening with the tennis?
Have a look on it.
I will have to stream. They'll have to send me the link of it in Discord.
Yeah.
Final five then. Let's have a look at the 745s. Right, okay. So Celtic have beaten AZ Alkmaar 2-0. It's finished. Birmingham 0. Bournemouth 2. A goal from Solanke and Anthony there with the win for the Cherries. Don't know who Anthony is, so let's have a look. I've never heard of him. I probably have when I've seen his name. Jayden Anthony. Can't say I've heard of him. He scored goal at second, just a few minutes from full time. Sam Baldock's give Derby the win against Hull. Hull with that great win at Preston. At home they haven't done the business. Jagielka started for Derby tonight after signing earlier in the day. At the ripe old age of 39. What's he done? He's given him a clean sheet, and Rooney, first win of the season. Still playing at Middlesbrough. And Forest 1, Blackburn 2. Is that a bit of a shock, Taggers?
No, don't think so.
Forest are 23rd. Played 3.
I think Blackburn will
Lost 3.
finish above Forest this season.
Blackburn are currently 6. And as it stands, West Brom will top the championship, and there'll be no fewer than 6 teams on 7 points. Not one team has got 100% record after 3 games in the championship. West Brom, Fulham, QPR, Bournemouth, Stoke and Blackburn all with 7. You've got Luton and Coventry with 6. Cardiff, the only team with 5. And then Middlesbrough, Bristol, Derby, Barnsley, Birmingham, Peterborough and Huddersfield all with 4 points. So there's a 3-point gap between 1st and 16th. It's going to be a good season in the championship. I can see it right now. I think it's going to be a really, really good season. QPR and Middlesbrough's in the 100th minute at the moment.
Been an injury or something.
Let's have a look, see what's been going on in that game. Oh no, it's full time. I've just seen the full time go through. It's finished Middlesbrough 2, QPR 3, 10-man QPR 3. House Ikpizu, I think you say that. Opened the score for Middlesbrough. Howson then scored, but in the wrong net to make it 1-1. Then Badjo got sent off 2 minutes later. Dykes put QPR 2-1 ahead, followed by Matt Crooks' goal for Middlesbrough after 72. And then 4 minutes later, Chris Willock scored the winner, and that was that. Talking of the stats that he was on about, Middlesbrough had 14 shots. Guess how many QPR had?
Not sure how much possession did they have.
53%.
8.
You've seen that.
No, I haven't.
They had 8 shots. Middlesbrough 14. Middlesbrough hammered them on the corners as well with 7. QPR only had 1, but it's QPR with the 3 points. And as it stands, they're going 3rd. Unless West Brom concede, and then I think they might go 2nd. But the top 6 as it stands, West Brom, Fulham in the top 2. QPR, Bournemouth, Stoke and Blackburn in the playoffs, and they all have 7 points. It's going to be one of the tightest leagues around, I think, this season. And I think we'd get more from doing the watch-along to the Championship than what we would the Premier League.
Yes.
Because I know it's a long shot. But if results went Huddersfield's way, who was 16th, on Saturday Huddersfield could be top. But it mean a lot of bloody draws and defeats for the teams above them.
Never really looked at the table properly until about 10 games in. At the start, it's so all over the place, isn't it?
Yeah, that is true. There's only Forest and Preston with 0 points after 3 games.
Yeah.
But if the season ended today, the 3 teams relegated would be Sheffield United, Nottingham Forest and Preston. Do any of them shock you in the bottom 3 so far?
So I don't really. I don't really look at the table until 10 games in or so.
Yeah, but couldn't you tell that close in? Is
I
that?
really think after 3 games you can really tell.
Oh yeah, I understand after 3, but you would expect Preston and Forest to have picked up points at least in the first a point, not points, maybe a point in the first 3 games when you look at
I wouldn't.
who they've played and the stature of their clubs.
I wouldn't be surprised if this season that Nottingham Forest finish either mid-table or bottom half of the table.
Yeah, I think. Is it Forest
And
where the recruitment
I
hasn't
would
been
have,
that good?
I would have said that before the start of the season as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Forest haven't got the oomph as what they had previously, have they?
No.
Like, everyone about Forest, Championship club, probably finish about 17th or something. Whereas years ago it'd be Forest, they're favourites. I think a lot of it comes down to the owners though.
Yeah. We look at like how it's taken them to the season to get up, but they've ran the playoffs and that quite a bit recently. But look at how Watford's built a club really at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, earlier than that, you had Southampton went up through the use of their scouting and youth academy, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah,
Because
Southampton's youth academy is probably one of the best in the country.
you had Theo Walcott went to Arsenal, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain went to Arsenal. Then, well, look at the signing of Ricky Lambert as well for them.
Yeah, that was a cracking signing. Right, guys, it has
And
finished here. Hang on. Has just finished here. West Brom 4, Sheffield United 0. It is a full-time score. West Brom are top of the league as it stands tonight. But so are 5 other teams because they've all got 7 points.
yeah, look at the signings of Ricky Lambert, Adam Lallana,
Did they
all
sign
those
Adam
sort.
Lallana though? Or was he through their youth academy?
I'm not sure actually. They did sign him, but up until 2000 he was at Bournemouth's academy, and then he spent 6 years in Southampton's academy.
No, so a mixture of the South Coast clubs then. He's been around him and down South Coast, hasn't he? Bournemouth, Southampton,
Yeah.
now he's at Brighton.
Yeah.
Just Portsmouth and Plymouth to go, eh?
Yes.
Would you have him at Plymouth?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
He stayed fit.
who's? This sounds weird because obviously Plymouth's a bit of a how could I word it? It's a bit out the way.
Yeah.
Who's Plymouth's actual rivals?
Exeter. You got Exeter, then Bristol City's the main one, but a bit of one with Bristol Rovers. And then you've got the Dockyard Derby with Portsmouth, because it's the two naval dockyards.
That's a great name. That right? Where are we going today, lads? Right, we're going to the Dockland Derby.
Dockyard.
I know what I meant. It sounded good. I used to live in Portsmouth.
Devonport, which is a dockyard in Plymouth, that's the biggest naval dockyard in the whole of Europe.
There we go, folks. So nice little bit of trivia for you there. Nice little fact.
Devonport will never have, in the actual port, it will never have any of the new aircraft carriers in it.
Why? What? For any reason, or just because they don't want them knowing about it?
Because it's slightly Devonport dockyard slightly up the River Tamar, and basically because of the size of the aircraft carriers, they can only get in and out of the dockyard when it's at high tide, and
the
way the designed for the role of the aircraft carrier is that they've got to be able to get out of dock 24/7 at immediate notice. So that's why they're based at Portsmouth instead.
Yeah, but when you look at Portsmouth, how that's set out, well, not set out, but when you go near Solent, the ferries come that close into the shoreline. I remember working out there and it being absolutely baking. It was in the midst of a heat wave. A few days later, it was when them massive storms happened down the south coast. And I always remember leaving the bedroom window open of this hotel room I was in for, well, I was down there about 7 months or so. I lived down in this hotel. And I got absolutely drenched. And from how close the ferries and that come into Portsmouth, you wouldn't have thought that there'd be a naval base there as well.
Yeah.
It was a bit surreal. The water was dead salty. It was horrible. But you know, it's totally different. Like I get the different things of life, of how people want to live, but up here and on the East Coast, it's really laid back. You know, there's no rushing around. If somebody needs to go somewhere, they'll do it. They'll do it gladly in their own time. When you go to London and you want to do something, you have to do it at 15,000 miles an hour because you'll probably get trampled on the underground. What's it like down in Plymouth way? This like because in Portsmouth the lifestyle was quite quick. Like everybody seemed like they was on speed.
Very relaxed.
It's what, sorry?
Very relaxed.
Because in Portsmouth, it was like it was on speed all the time. Everyone was like, "Oh, do you want these? Yeah, right. Oh, here you go. Fuck off." Bloody hell. And I always remember going to, oh, where we had a little job to do in Crawley. I think it was. Bit of a shithole. Sorry if you are from Crawley, but it really is. It's like the southern version of Grimsby, and I can say that because that's where I'm from. But I was ever so shocked when there was like, oh, pint of Carlsberg. I was like, yeah, because it's like $1.99 up north, and it was like, yeah, it's $3.99 down here. Why? Why is there such a difference in the price? Yeah, I get that Crawley's got frigging Gatwick or whatever it is. I'm sure it's Gatwick Airport, which is near Crawley. Because I always remember when we was working above a car park where Morrison's was, and we was just relaying the roof, and all the planes just kept taking off, and Me and this lad that I was working with was doing our own traffic control, and we was going, what?
Yeah.
You want to fuck off as well, do you? Right, off you fucking go. And it was like that. It was just like plane after plane every like 3 minutes or so. It was mental, but surely that don't warrant a £2 price hike in pints down south.
I know. Got someone you can read.
Why, what am I reading?
Read.
Oh, raid. I thought you said braid. I was going to say my reading isn't very good.
Someone you haven't been able to do for a while.
Who?
Because they've been moving house.
Oh, why is she on?
Yeah.
Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, we're raiding Katie then. We're going to raid Katie. We'll wait for her to get settled in. We'll wait for her to get settled in on the
let
street.
you know.
Why, she actually moved now?
Yeah, she's going to be in the new place tonight, I think.
Bloody hell, that's quick.
They've had the keys to the place for about 2 weeks, I think.
Bloody hell. I had to wait fucking 3 months to move 300 yards from where I was. I actually did. Madness. But, right, okay, folks. So, would you rather us stream next? What day are we on now? We've got a game on the Sunday, which will probably be Arsenal-Chelsea, because obviously it's the biggest game of the day. And Saturday's probably going to be a late night one. For the next Carabao Cup, we've either got Barrow versus Aston Villa, or we come back to the Hawthorns and watch West Brom versus Arsenal. Barrow's on the Tuesday, West Brom's on the Wednesday. We'll leave can we leave a poll while we're offline?
No, I don't think you can.
Yeah. Right. I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm thinking do the Barrow one. I'm thinking we watch along with the Barrow game, because I'm guessing it'll be sold out, so there'll be a lot of Barrow fans that can't go, or Villa fans that can't go.
Hey. Son. She's on properly now, by the way.
She's on properly. Right, guys.
Yeah.
Stay with us. Earn your stew bobs. It's been emotional to be with you all tonight. Thanks, Taggers, for your co-hosting. Much appreciated.
No problem.
We shall see you for the next watch along.
Yep. See you.
Deal. We need to figure out which one it is. Shall we do Barrow or West Brom again?
Message you.
You've what?
I'm not sure yet, because I might be watching the Plymouth game, which will be on the Tuesday night.
Well, you could be the Plymouth person. We'll have it like Soccer Saturday. So the people that don't have Sky can feel like they've kind of got Sky. Yeah. That's the next step, guys. We're going to make this watch alongs like Soccer Saturday. It's got to be done. Right, let's go have a look at Katie's new house. Somewhere in the world. Thank you everyone for watching. Thanks for all your support as always. You're all brilliant, brilliant people. Taggers is the main man. We're going to be playing some games in the week at some point. Probably going to do some GTA. Probably going to do some War Thunder. And that's all coming in by Sunday. GTA tomorrow, Taggers?
Can't do until about 9ish.
I'm off work anyway, so that's fine. we'll have a late night stream tomorrow. I'll try and stay in bed for a little bit longer as well.
Yeah.
I might even do 2 streams tomorrow. It depends what happens. I've got a few. I'm a man in demand at the minute. Everyone wants me to take stuff to work, but I'm like, yeah, I'm on my days off, so I can't. But yeah, if you are watching, I don't know who is. There's a few of you on. Stick around. We're gonna raid Katie tonight. There might be an impromptu stream on Saturday at the truck racing. So stick around with that. It's me, another Twitch streamer, and some of his community as well that have helped me out a lot. So I kind of owe it to them to go and meet them, just say thanks. But we're going to go raid Katie now. Stick around for your stew bobs. I'll see you all tomorrow at some point, guys. Take care, everybody. Goodbye. Has the raid started? I don't know. It won't click. Oh yeah, we are raiding. We're definitely raiding.